I don't know if you've ever seen, I watched somebody on a subway, like a man on a subway who was crying while making direct eye contact with me, and that is the toughest shit I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. A guy with a switchblade would make me less terrified than someone would be like, like crying right in my face.
God, that is intense.
Yeah, it was really terrifying.
What was he crying about, you think?
I mean, God, the world had...
Feeney's not going to ask him.
Yeah.
Right? Well, that's the thing. Hey, fella, penny for your thoughts?
Get you up with Nikki Glaser. I'm here with comedians Nore Davis, Mike Feeney. Both have new things out. Comedy Central half hour, Nore Davis, tomorrow night, Friday. Comedy Central tomorrow night. Make sure you're watching that live if you can, and if you can't, DVR and stream it. Mike Feeney is also here. This is such a killer show. His new album, Rage Against the Routine, is now on all streaming services. Where'd you tape that?
New York Comedy Club.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's at the, I'm thankful right now, it's at the top of the iTunes comedy charts, which is awesome.
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
Yeah, cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's debuted at #1, and it's been up there for a couple days now, which is fun. Yeah.
Dude, that's nice,
because
that means something. So make sure you get on that train. Rage Against the Routine is the name of the album. Mike Feeney is the comedian. You also have the Irish Goodbye podcast.
Yes.
What is that? Storytelling with Mike Cannon. I love Mike Cannon.
Yeah, so Mike and I, we do a storytelling podcast, and it's just about us, I mean, we're both in that level of, like, starting to, well, he's been headlining a little longer than I have, but it's doing that thing of, like, we take a lot of hell gigs, and so it's a lot of, like, road stories, and,
Is it just you two, or you have on comedians?
We have on guests, yeah,
nice.
Yeah. You should all come do it. Every one of you.
Well, thank you.
I've done it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you have done it. And you were great on it. You have some wild stories.
Thank you,
as evidenced by earlier segments
I know.
of the show.
I am great. Thank you.
Is that your kind of style of comedy? Because I'm not familiar with the stand, but are you storytelling?
Yeah, I like to be a little anecdotal and conversational. So I definitely have stories that I put on the album for sure, but it's not exclusively stories.
Right.
So.
Okay. Cool. Nore, do you have a podcast?
I do not have a podcast. Working on one right now.
Yep.
Working on the pitch and like trying to find like a studio, or maybe just like do it myself.
Yeah.
And have a pitch like me and my fiance together. Nash.
Well, I
one
think
together.
that was fascinating.
That was like,
you guys had
you
a
gave
good
us a little
dynamic.
taste. That was good.
Yeah.
That was
I think
fun.
there's something there.
Yeah, I think we need to do it.
I think we just did the pilot.
Yeah.
We need to go to BH.
Yeah.
Get some mics.
Do you still have your podcast?
Sex
Ian the City?
Ian the City.
Are you guys still
That's
watching
right.
episodes of Sex in the City?
We are. I'm on season 2, episode 7.
Now, you actually reference Sex in the City so much more than anyone I've ever known to reference it. I think it's so funny because you're like a woman in 2005.
I know. I can finally be who I really am on the inside.
Yeah. Now, which one are you?
I'm really a Miranda in the streets and a Samantha in the sheets.
Okay. Yes.
Kind of who I am.
Yeah. No one wants to be a Samantha. No, I guess Samantha in the streets is pretty decent. She was like a go-getter.
Like an
I feel like I'm a
whore.
Samantha in the streets.
You're an open whore?
And I'm a Charlotte in the sheets.
You're just
Yeah.
straight missionary in prayer?
Well, no, I'm just like timid and scared. And I Carrie at heart. I don't know. We all want to be Carrie.
Well, I like Carrie
Doesn't
because
wanna-
she just smokes indoors. That rules. She's constantly got a cig.
Yeah.
You identify with whoever smokes cigarettes. You're
Yeah.
like, that's me.
Yeah.
That's what I am.
You don't even ask him about Mad Men.
Oh, my God.
He identifies with everyone.
Smoking cigs,
Oh
slapping
God!
ass.
No one looks cooler smoking a cigarette. January Jones on Mad Men made me want to smoke cigarettes
I'm
again.
just watching that
man.
show for the first time.
Are you really?
I have like 2 seasons left, and I'm like furious that I never watched it
How
earlier.
fantastic is
It's
it?
so good. I mean, it's
never
always
gotten
ranked
Mad
as one of
Men.
the best dramas of all time, and I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, I got to sit down and watch it, and it's just like, it's great. It's so
It
good.
feels like, for me, it's one of those shows that has so many seasons. Like, I lost it.
Yeah, I
I
know,
can't
I
get
feel
back.
like that
This
too.
ball is gone.
I ruined it for me because I saw the final episode when
Oh,
Don
no,
Draper was
no,
just
no,
standing there.
I haven't got there. I just told you. I
happened
just
to
told you.
Mad
I'm
Men?
2 seasons. I don't want to hear the
Well,
end
he
of it.
takes a drink and he goes, it turns out at the end we all are madmen.
That's kind of
I
close.
actually am I'm more angry about that than if he would have spoiled the series.
Try the veal. Tip your waiter.
God damn it, Ian.
Hey, that upset me. I'm a real madman.
Oh God. Oh, Ian, it's a whistle.
Yeah,
that
please.
deserves a
Yeah,
whistle.
hit it. Jesus.
Okay, hit it. Hit it to someone with a slap.
Hit it.
Hit it. Yeah. Get up.
Hit, man.
Oh God, yeah. I'm envious of. I gotta go back and watch Mad Men. It was one of those. It was probably one of the only. I loved it so
great.
much. It was like a
so
good.
slow and long.
That's what I like.
It
There's
is slow.
I mean,
nothing
it's like
bad.
The Sopranos is,
Nothing violent ever happens. There's no any jump scares, which I just learned is a term that I hate jump scares, and I didn't know that that's what they were called. But I was going to see Joker.
Yes.
And
seen it 4 times.
and I asked,
Seen it
oh boy,
once.
that's a little too many times.
Yeah.
That's like a guy.
Makes me
That's
worried.
that's a guy studying for something.
No, I kept thinking it was my biopic.
I know.
Don't
So
tell you, I
did
was like, this
Andrew
is me.
Collin.
Yeah.
So many
was very
comedians
good.
that resonated with them.
Because we're all mentally ill.
I know.
Yes.
It didn't hit me in that way, which I'm fortunate. Like, I'm so glad that I don't have that kind of mental illness.
Well, the ending is crazy because he ends up, on stage and he goes, "Wow, turns out I really am a joker."
Oh, try the veal here all night.
oh God,
It's crazy.
So we all saw
Again,
Joker.
not too
we all
far
saw
off.
Joker.
And
Yeah,
then
we
if you
all
s-
saw
And then if
Joker.
you honestly, did you sit and watch the after the credits?
There are
No, there's
Yeah,
nothing.
it's
All
fucking
right.
nuts
Go
because
ahead.
Yeah,
he
nothing
tells a
happened.
joke and someone goes, "Wow, you really are a joker."
no.
I gotta tell
knew
you,
that
that
bit was
penny whistle's
coming.
gonna run its course by the end of the show.
Gonna, it already has. It's all I have
No.
left. Are you kidding me?
You gotta pepper that in, man. It's still good.
And we're back.
My favorite part about the penny, the slide whistle, is that you are doing different degrees. So for some jokes, get a nice long one.
Yeah,
others get a-
and then other ones get
Yeah.
just a
You
sad,
are learning
sad.
that.
It's as if you've been playing that for years.
Yes. I know.
Need to get
I identify as a 2005 woman in a slide whistle. That's who I am as a person.
Yeah, that's a Miranda.
Oh man, hilarious. That's real.
God, that was so fun. What were we just? Oh yeah, we're talking about the Joker.
Oh, the Joker. Yeah, I felt like as a comedian, I felt that scene. I guess I don't know if I'm spoiling it, but like when the gun fell out while he was doing his happy dance
Oh, yeah,
with
at the
in front of
hospital.
the kids.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that was
That
so
felt-
great. I
that felt
forgot
like-
about that scene.
It was so funny, but it also felt like he's like, so I'm fired. Why? It's just
Oh my
like, you know
God.
what I'm saying? It's just
Oh,
like,
that
No,
hurts.
that's what's weird
Yeah.
about the movie is that you like
crushing.
really you're kind of rooting
You're
for
rooting
this
for
guy
him,
in a
yeah.
weird
Of
way
course.
and we were just talking about this on the break too of like when people are hurt people, you know that they've been hurt, and so that's what I loved about the movie is that you're able to feel compassion for someone who does something completely heinous.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because you can have both.
Yeah.
You can hate someone and hate what they did and want them to like burn in hell for
Hate
the rest
the
of their
idea, not
lives,
the
but you can
person.
also acknowledge like there was a lot of pain that came from this,
Trauma.
and when
So
if they were a
much.
little kid, something terrible happened to them. Like it's people don't like when you say that about like
Well,
people
it's-
who do
having,
bad
I mean,
things.
it's
I-
compassion. It's
I-
having compassion.
Yeah.
I taught for years, and like seeing what trauma kids go through and everything, I have transferred that on adults in terms of like, I can see where your pain came from.
Yeah, you know
Wow.
that
Yeah.
kid grew up eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really sad to like see the kids I taught in these like forgotten, lost members of society.
Oh,
You know?
have you seen some of them?
No, I
Age, like,
haven't.
you
but
haven't kept in
but
touch?
I can see in terms of like that's where it's kind of headed.
Yes.
You know, and that's like really
yes.
sad. But it's made me be way more empathetic. Although I did run into one of my kids on the train, and I heard down the track he was like, "Mr. Fidance, Mr. Fidance." I like look,
Oh my God.
and it's this teenager, and he runs up and hugs me. He's like, "I'm going to college. You know, like you helped me out so much," and we're
Aw.
hugging and like crying on the train.
Shut
Oh,
up.
Yeah. And then like this, black teenager walks away, and then I'm just on the train, man with the mustache, sobbing after a teen boy left me.
Oh man, that's so good.
It's like,
man.
what is
great.
this?
Well, that's called a finance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's called.
And that's you can't do
Oh
it
my
while you're
God.
talking.
That's called a finance.
I think we're gonna find the reason that you quit smoking cigarettes. So
Yeah.
you can better slide whistle.
What if slide whistles got me off smokes?
That
I bet it
could
will,
happen.
'cause
I eat a meal and I'm like, hey, I gotta go outside and slide with.
I don't know, man. You keep going. You might join the Roots.
Oh my God, that'd be
You're gonna be on
great.
the Tonight Show, man.
Yeah, I probably taught all their kids.
Can I say why you just reminded me that scene where the gun drops out
Yeah.
and everyone's like horrified?
Yeah,
The reason I identified with that scene so much is because I was in Grand Rapids doing Dr. Grin's, the comedy club.
Oh, Dr.
And I was
Grin's.
there I was there for the weekend, and I think I was the last night I was there. I was doing a joke about weed, and I did like an act out, and a bag of weed fell out of my pocket onto the
Hilarious.
stage, which I didn't know was in there. A podcast fan from earlier in the weekend like handshaked, hug, and gave me the weed, and I just like put it away and forgot it existed. So I do the joke, and the weed falls out, and I go like, uh-oh, and I like grab it and pick it up really quick, and immediately the entire front row goes, "What was that?" And I was like, because I'm like, it was my first time working that club, so I was like, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know if it's illegal.
That
Michigan.
happened to Collin with cocaine.
Did it?
Yeah, and the cops were waiting for him, and then it fell out of his belt, and he had to act like it was like an act out.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Yeah, I just picked it up and started panicking. I was like, it's nothing. And then somebody was like, no, what was that? Was that weed? And I was like, shut up!
You
I
lied.
feel so bad.
You lied.
So
You're like,
bad.
it was a gun. Leave me alone.
Yeah, which I feel like I should have just been like, yeah, it's weed. How great is it? Like, I could have like gone with it, but I was just panicking and just immediately was like, nah,
That's an illegal substance in Michigan at the
Is
time
it?
that you did that.
Oh,
It
no.
had to have been, like
Must have been.
Yeah, weed's illegal, but the
I would
tainted
have
water's
freaked out
not.
too. Yeah, I know.
Get him fired.
Yeah. No,
That's a-
no slide whistle on that. That's
No,
just a
that's
legit.
just truth,
legit
man.
fact.
Well, the weed that fell
Busting it
out is
down.
like a gun because it kills you slowly.
It's a gateway.
That's not what a gun does. It's the fastest death you could ever have.
Because it
That's
ends
really
up
what they
killing
do.
you.
I didn't even I would have let that slide. Thank God you're here. I would have just
That's funny.
that deserved that. There was no. I will never trust your analogies ever again. Now.
If your black
Because I
students
usually
can
just
see you now.
let them go, and I don't really
Yeah.
think about them. But now I'm gonna start fact checking these because
Yeah.
there was a big hole in that one.
Well,
Yeah,
you
a
know what?
gun-sized hole.
I had a strike, but I'm not out. So you count them. That was a good analogy.
Okay.
She's not gonna
no,
let
it
that.
wasn't.
She's
That
not,
was just a thing people say.
yeah, she's not gonna let that slide whistle any further.
Yeah. Check.
All right.
Let me run it. Checks out.
I can't give slide whistle to someone else. I'm sorry.
no.
I can admit that deserved it, but I can't give it.
Wait, you gave it to me earlier. I'm gonna call bullshit.
All right, Feeney.
Yeah, the analogy doesn't work again.
Fuck! Okay, 2 strikes. I ain't out yet. Throw me another pitch. I'll hit it out of the park.
Oh my
Start walking up to the mound.
We're almost out of show. It's bottom of the ninth. Great analogy.
There's so much show left.
There's a rain delay.
It's a lot of show.
It is gonna rain today, so there you go.
I forgot my umbrella.
Let's all boo Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boo.
Oh, that
no
was so
slide whistle
satisfying.
for you.
I was gonna try to relate to the weed falling out because I was like, was anything ever happened on stage or something? And I remember one time this almost happened, and I'm reluctant to tell the story because it's like I'm only on air with men, but the women in the room might be able to relate when you like don't have a tampon, right? And it's like and you make your own pad in the bathroom with toilet paper. You just like do the shittins. Remember shittins from?
Oh, yes.
Watch another clip of ours on YouTube if you want to know about shittins. I believe it's on. But you wrap your hand in toilet paper. No. Oh, this board just fell down and like hit me really hard. I thought it was you kicking me like, don't go there, Nikki.
Yeah, it's God telling you not to tell this story.
I mean, I really think it is. Yeah. But you make a pad, right? Have we all done it? Check out. Okay, nods. I'm not alone.
I just looked at my fiance. I was like, that's the thing. She's looked at
She's
me
like, I'm wearing one right now.
Yeah.
I almost was earlier, but
I
you
was
go,
like,
you make a pad, you put it in, and I was on stage and wearing a skirt, and it started falling
What?
out.
Oh!
And I had to like clench my thighs the whole time to hold it in, and then like waddle off like a penguin,
Oh my
so that
God.
the bloody wad of toilet paper didn't fall out of my. Can you imagine? Like,
No.
this is the first you're hearing that's even a thing girls do. Girls would have known what it was, but guys would have just been like, "What the fuck?" Like,
I wouldn't
Yeah.
know
just
how
a
much
mummy
time.
falling apart.
Well, first of all, you got the light.
Yeah,
And that's
Yeah.
like
God's
that is
light.
the light.
that is
The
Oh my
Lord's
God.
light.
How long were you into your set that started happening?
I
Like you're
think
like towards the end.
It
or-
was towards the end because I had
Okay,
forgotten
good.
about it. I think I was moving around, and then all of a sudden
Alright.
I was like, "What is going?" And I'm like, Oh dear God! I believe it was at Gotham. Like it was so
Oh,
terrible.
I thought the Stress Factory. Why not?
Yeah.
'Cause that's just that one of those clubs where it's like, yeah, it can go worse.
Oh, I think I would have just
not?
let it fall and then kicked it into the audience and kept going.
Take it, Jersey.
And they go, "What was that?" And I'm like, "It was nothing." I pull a Mike Feeney. It was nothing. It was nothing. I tuck it in my pocket.
Don't worry about it. Look
Don't worry
away.
about it.
Look away.
I really relate also to like when the audience is like you're getting heckled and you just don't want to deal with whatever they're either calling you on or you're not in the mood to deal with them, and so you're not even suave about it or funny, and you're just like, shut up.
Oh yeah.
Move on.
I really
used to do
sometimes
that.
I just go like, shut up, shut up.
Yeah, your true
Are you
anger
still
comes out.
talking? Do you not realize that I'm screaming at you? Because a lot of times, this is a thing that people don't know unless you're a comedian. You will be on stage, and there will be a conversation, a drunk conversation going on between two girls, and they don't know how loud they are, or two guys, or they're ordering or talking about the menu, and you don't know. And when you start yelling at them, they're so checked out of your act, they think it's a part of your act, so they still aren't paying attention.
They're not even listening
So
to
you can
Terrible.
go, you guys, I'm talking to you. You can get right up in their face, and they'll still keep going because they don't know, because they think it's part of like your act out, like or something. They're and so
then
then I lose my shit. I mean, someone ignoring you so blatantly, but it's not ignoring. They're really just like drunk and checked out. But I freak out, and then it always reminds me of like Dane Cook. I remember one time on like an album, like something's happened or got weird, and he was like, "Mommy and Daddy just had a fight." Like it was just that was such a good save, and I always want to steal it because there's really nothing to say after you lose your cool.
Tension is
Have they ever listened and go, "It's a continue with the thing"? I hate that when they try to give you permission.
Go on. Go.
Go on.
Yeah.
That infuriates me. One time that happened, and she goes, "No, go ahead." I go, "You don't get to tell me what to do." And she goes, "No, I like you." I go, "Well, you like me, but you certainly don't respect me because you won't shut the fuck up."
Oh boy, yep.
Nikki, you'll love this. I was like looking at my fiance, like she's a stand-up too.
Yeah.
And I saw like we're dating and saw her perform. She's killing it. But then rowdy people, this stand-up New York, people in the back getting rowdy and talking. So she goes and like, "Why don't y'all stop? Why don't you be quiet? All right, I can't perform not being quiet." And I'm in the back like, "Oh shit,
yeah,
it's getting real." And then the tension was just like so rough. And then she was trying to recover back from it, and like she got real. Like, look, no, y'all need to be quiet. Shut up. And I'm in the back.
You can't even be funny about it. You're just like,
Isn't it the worst when they have like? There's like that ultimate heckler superpower though. That's like I don't even like telling it out loud because you're like you don't want to give the secret away. But like the worst hecklers are the ones that are like dismissive and talking, and then when you try to engage with them, they shut down on you and don't give you anything to work with.
Oh, how dare you?
One of the worst bombs of my entire. I was like new in comedy. I was at Ha Comedy Club in Times Square back in the day.
Real Ha.
Yeah,
Wow.
this was like a 12:30 on a Tuesday. I'm supposed to do 7 minutes. I'm probably a year in comedy, maybe 2. And I go on stage and I am bombing from the first joke. Is like the first joke I do, the audience member goes, "Thank you," starts trying to clap me off to be like next. And so I'm like, so I start trying to talk to him so I can make fun of him. And anytime I speak to him, he doesn't say a word. And then I go back into a joke, it bombs. He says something, I go back into him, he doesn't say a word. And I'm like, flop sweat, dripping sweat. And of course, the host was flirting with a girl from another show. I was supposed to do 7 minutes. He left me on stage for 18 minutes. He comes back. He comes back in the room and takes me. He lights me. I go, "All right, guys, my lights got. I'm finally out of here." And they gave me a fake standing applause because I was leaving to be like, "Thank God he's gone." And the host, who had no idea what happened, got off stage after he put the next comic on. He's like, "Dude, you killed. You got a standing ovation." And I just wanted to wring his fucking fat neck.
I felt that in my bones, dude.
Man,
because like,
real.
how do you? I've had bombs like that where like the audience hates you, but like and they're happy when you leave, and those are the days where the one time I was like, I can't do this. I bombed like that at a place called the Double Deuce in Topeka, Kansas. It was this bar show, and I had to do so long, and I bombed in front of a guy I was having sex with too. It was the guy I lost my virginity to.
Oh no!
And he was like the best comic in town, and I was just eating it in front of him. And then I went out to the curb and I called my mom, and I was sobbing, and I was just like, I'm not doing this anymore. This was and that's like the kind of feeling that probably elicited of like, how do I keep doing this? People actually hate me.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a question of it. They were happy when I left. I shouldn't be doing this.
Sarcastically gave you a standing ovation.
I was splashing water on my face. I was, it was terrible.
I've done this new thing now and I recommend, Ian, you should do it too.
Yes.
Because you don't drink.
Yes.
When someone's drunk, I just go like, you're embarrassing yourself. I hope this is like close to a bottom for you, because tomorrow is going to be humiliating. I want this to sink in for you. Like, you probably need to get help. Your friends at the I get real. I'm like, your friends, you're a liability. This is one of the last times they'll ask you out because you obviously do this a lot. And I really hope this is a wake-up call for you.
I can just imagine with a scroll, just like, let me tell you about yourself.
I go, girl, I've been there. You're humiliating yourself. You've done this before. Isn't it enough? Haven't we done this enough in your life? Get help. Get help now. And it's like almost gets funny because it's just so real.
Yeah.
But it's also like, it's almost like being able to single out someone who needs help immediately.
There's
as if
also
you're
a way
heckling
to talk to
that
yourself
belligerent
in the
point.
past.
Yeah, and that's what I say. I go, I'm just projecting here, by the way. This is all projection. But I really relate to just getting real with the audience and just being like, just please stop. I used to just go, please. I used to be sad.
Well, I go, who here thinks that they're ruining the show, and everyone applauds?
Yeah.
You did the
So I get
Patrice.
the entire crowd on my side, and whatever they
Okay.
say, I repeat into the mic, so I don't look like an asshole being like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
I've said some. I told an audience member to die. They're gonna die alone before.
Yes.
And that,
shit,
that one's tough to
when you
come
just
back
start
from.
attacking them.
I told some guy, I go, no matter how much you drink, your dad's not going to come back. And if you step to the stage, I got a microphone stand that's going into your fucking face.
Yeah, there's no
and
coming
that
back
really
from
kind
that.
of divided the room.
No whistle for that.
No slide whistle could save that.
One time,
Ian in New Jack City.
Yeah, I'm going to knock your teeth out.
I was working out this bit about, like, it was very vulnerable, but it was about, like, anal sex. And I'm like, listen, you're gonna shit on a dick at some point. Like, I just, like, and it was like, I was still, like, had probably a nervousness about admitting that. And then I ended up doing it on, like, a Netflix special. It's no problem for me to admit now. But it was at the cellar, and this girl just goes, ew. And I knew that her visceral reaction was meant that had happened to her. And like, because why would you have, and I go, based on the fact that you just said ew, I know for a fact you shit on a dick. Like, it's without question. And based on your reaction right now, I know I'm right.
Yeah.
Because she was just kind of like, and I'm like, listen, it happens to her. It happened to me. And it like was able to rebuild.
Sure.
But it's like when someone has that kind of reaction to you, you know that
Totally.
because they relate to it so much and they hate
That's
it
their
about
deepest,
themselves.
darkest
Oh,
secret
yeah.
that you just said.
I hate the reaction to Oz. When you're trying to be vulnerable,
can
it's
get
like,
the hell out
Fuck
of here.
you.
Get out with your
and you're
Pull
like,
yourself onto the
not
street.
on me.
I know.
Yeah.
But honestly, I used to go for groans and ahs because it was like better than silence. Because laughter is actually harder to get than groans. Like people that are like, I love when they groan. It's because you can't get a laugh. Thank you so much for watching that clip that you just watched. Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. If you did, thumbs up it. Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you just keep watching more videos? Let them play. Share with your friends. Go share on your Instagram story. Go just have a great day.